We trapping, nigga. We trapping. We're trapping, nigga. Triple T Kill, what up? Thank you, guys. Crunk, nigga. You tuned in to the Player Circle. I am your faithful host, the Iceman. It's the Player Circle podcast. This is how we do it, and this is what we do every Saturday afternoons. You dig? Now look at him. You ain't supposed to meet me there. You supposed to beat me there. You dig? So if you're ready to pop your fingers and stomp your hands, grab your hat and your balls, and let's get it on, y'all. The Player Circle podcast. You know how we do it? Do it to the early morning. Let's do dirty. Let's do dirty. A lot of stuff popping off. In the news, President Orange Crush is doing his thing. You know, I can dig it. You digs? So here, I told y'all economics affects everything. It affects dating, and it affects prospects on both sides. See, what women don't want you to know is that their dating choices, regardless of their looks, their socioeconomic status is the number one indicator of what is to happen in the future. And those of you who are in the chat room and those of you who are just listening on YouTube live stream and Facebook Live, please hit the thumbs up button, the like button. Please hit the like button before you forget. Okay, let's get that popping. All right. For some reason, this thing on this indicator on YouTube hasn't been working the last week or so. I don't know what's going on with that. But please, and then also this is $10 donation Saturday. We fundraise every Saturday. You know what we do. Don't play dumb. Don't act brand new. You know what we do? We're asking for $10 donations from everybody who's listening and who's also in the chat room. For some reason it tallies that up differently. Anyway, had a big turnout last week. Went a little viral, but I had to shut them down because, you know, we don't do freeloading on this show. So when we do these live streams, you know, I wait till they get processed a couple, 2-3 hours, and then I just set them to private. Because how come it is that you're too cheap to donate, but everybody else is donating? Triple T Kill, Monstar 86, T Mason 995. These guys, my man Brown Sauces. What Brown Sauces? Where you at, player? Love you, brother. Appreciate the donation, man. Appreciate it. Had a couple more people sign up for automatic recurring donation per week and month. I'd like to thank you guys for your donation. I really appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about, being proactive. We're also taking donation via Cash App. So if you got Cash App, Facebook, here is my Cash App ID. It is $ capital T HE capital ICE capital MAN 1906. That's my Cash App ID. Put that in, put your $10 in, and then it gets processed right away. There's no fees like it is on PayPal. It's just like kind of like that Google Wallet type thing. So go over to Cash. If you got Cash App on your phone, put the $10 in, and that's my ID. And I would appreciate it if you could donate $10 today. That's a real easy. I wish I'd have thought of. A lot of people said, "Man, I'm glad you offering Cash App, man." They said that's a lot easier. I said, "All right, yeah, we got it now. We got it now." So, you know, at first I was a little hesitant because I didn't like Google Wallet, and but this is far easier, whole lot easier, and you know, it's momentary. You know, making sure everything is cool, making sure everything's come back confirmed, and man, it was set up in minutes. So if you want to do Cash App, that's cool. We can do that. $10 minimum. That's all we're asking for. Timmy. No, I forget about Timmy. Oh, I said Timmy's money is no good. Nah, man, your money ain't no goddamn good, nigga. No, I'm just bullshit. I'm just fucking with you, Timmy. But hey, I need that. I need those ends today, though, Timmy. I know you've been hitting us off with a 5 spot, but can we get a 10 spot today? hit me on the Cash App, Timmy Diamonds. Hey, you got your service. Hey, I know you got your service connection money, nigga. Don't try to play dumb. Don't try to play like you. Hey, nigga. I know you got that VA check, nigga. Hey, I know you got that. Where Mr. McMillan at, man? Hey, I ain't seen you in a minute. Where's Mr. McMillan at? I need those ends, brother. I need that donation. Where Jeremy Binion at? Man of War 347, man. Yeah, what can I get those ends, brother? Can I get those ends? Can I get that $10 donation? Brown Sauces, what up, player? Thank you for the love, man. Appreciate it. Love you, brother. Always got my back, man. Appreciate it, man. For sure, for sure. That's right. We here. We're here in the place to be. And it ain't 1993. Can you dig it? All right now. Why American women For CPAP, really? Wow. Yeah, I heard they was talking about lowering sleep apnea down to like 30% instead of 50. Because that's an automatic 50 right there. That's nice. I likes that. Yeah, I got that shit too. But they wouldn't service connect me for that. Ass wipes. But you know, nothing else that can hit you off with that, you know, them V dogs, them blue V dogs, or Cialis, or you know, what's the other one? Levitra. Levitra, you don't get no headache. You don't get that Viagra headache. Cialis, you still kind of get that Viagra headache. That's why whenever we used to go to Mexico, I would never buy that Viagra they had over there, because you could buy medications over there without prescription. I'm like, man, I ain't buying none of that Viagra. I said, fine as them bitches be, I don't need no goddamn Viagra. I was throwing lead back then. I'm still throwing lead. Okay? It's just that my lead is precious now. This is good elder dick. That's different than, you know, we talking about classic dick. We talking about make a young girl fall in love kind of dick. That's what we got over this way. Yeah, dicks. Now, let me open this article up, and I got it queued right where I need it. It says here, why can't, I'm going to pick up where I left off last week. Why can't I just find a gentleman? Just cruise Facebook in your late 30s to see prime examples of this. I can sit here daily and read self-righteous, borderline preposterous posts by females I have known for years to just bounce from dick to dick without consequence or regard for the guys they call boyfriends, or in some cases, husbands. Chicks I witnessed take on 3 dudes in a hot tub, now throwing up pictures of their baby and poor husband, who has no idea what a selfish sluter his wife once was and probably still is. Yep, I've hit them off. I've hit those types off. Hell, the majority of women can't even hold onto any real female friends out of jealousy and envy of one another. There is no loyalty. All that matters is what they want. They are getting away with murder, acting like mother of the year because they are now too old, undesirable, and tied down to be worth anything on the market. The best thing that ever happened to me, it boasts under the family picture at Epcot Center. Wrong. She realized one day she was not the star of the show anymore. She's desperately needed to dupe some unsuspected man into locking her down and dealing with her bullshit for the rest of his life before it was too late for her. Almost anyone with an income of $50,000 or more or per year will suffice. Literally anyone. If she had the ass she had when she was 22, she would still be skating around town, taking advantage of thirsty dudes willing to gamble on the warts she might pass their way. But now she can't. Now she is the perfect mommy, looking down her nose at 20-somethings, still in the game, pulling off her old tricks. She will post advice-filled memes and inspiring credos she never lived by to make herself appear like mom of the year and wife of the century. She has all the answers. we all should envy her and her perfect little family. I deserve more. A large percentage of these women, while happily married, are still seeking attention in other ways. Facebook, can you say Facebook? Can you say YouTube with my titties out? Can you say online dating? One thing a female cannot give up until the day she dries up is attention. I probably have a small library of photos sent to me via text or email of these types. Tits, ass, dildos inserted, you name it. Some with heads chopped off for anonymity, excuse me. Any one of these women can be found on Facebook feed with pictures of their children and husband proclaiming that they are the greatest things in their life, right until she felt insecure and needed someone to compliment her tits so she could live another day. What's that on my cell phone? Nothing crazy. Just another text photo of her ass in the bathroom mirror because her and her hubby had a fight today. And it shows this flat butt Caucasian chick. Looks like she's in her mid-30s. And then there's a damn toddler in the damn, this is a married woman, and there's a toddler in the photo. See how they love their children? They still want attention. They'll do anything for attention, including putting their children in harm's way. Why don't you tell me I am beautiful? Let's not even get into the women I personally have hooked up with over the years who were married or had boyfriends. That was something I did mostly in my 20s and is not worth the hassle or risk these days. But I truly don't think the average guy out there realizes what shady creatures women are by nature. I used to think it was just because we were young and this is what young people do. No, because in my 30s, it's really not much different. As a matter of fact, a lot of these 30-something women are worse because their self-esteem is shot and they will do what it takes to get attention and feel like they are still desirable. Maybe a sext, maybe a blowjob in the car, whatever it takes. Men are such assholes. You ever notice in movies and TV that when a man cheats on his girl, he is portrayed as a total piece of trash, misogynist? But what happens when the female character cheats on the man? She is portrayed as a piece. The man is still portrayed as a piece of trash misogynist that deserves to be cheated on. She was just a victim who was supposed to be happy. She left him for the other man. This is the mentality of American women. And like music, it seems to only get worse with every generation. Remember I was telling you guys this? Remember I was telling you guys years ago, like 2012, I was telling you guys back then that a woman's nature is to be sneaky and dishonest. But maybe her culture, her microculture, the culture that if there was serious social punishment where if her being a hoe damages her image and the image of the family. When they don't want to, especially in Asian culture, the one thing they don't want to do is dishonor the family. So the daughter can't be out there with her hoe heels on, with her kneecaps acting like they allergic of each other. You talking about dishonoring the family? That's damn near. We need to kill this bitch. You understand me? That's damn near. We need to kill you to restore honor to the family type shit. See, in America, we teach, since feminism, the advent of feminism, we teach our women that if a man cheat, it's a character flaw. If a woman cheat, it's because she ain't happy and she's a victim. And he drove her to cheat. See how that plays out? Let me read the rest of this article. I'm not gonna read this whole thing because that's the end of it actually. But that misogyny thing is the main. I just summarized the this last paragraph. But that's the article. If you want to, I know if you guys didn't tune in last week, you can't tune in. I locked down the live streams after they get processed after about 3 or 4 hours. Because if they're over 2 hours, they're not automatically up. They gotta upload it. And because a lot of people sit in the dark and watch the podcast, but then won't donate any money, but they're here every week. I have to lock them down because I don't think it's fair for the people who donate on a recurring basis or the people who donate every Saturday or most Saturdays for whatever reason, and maybe they're just not here. I don't think it's fair for those folks to donate money and then you don't. I don't think that's fair. So those of you who send me emails saying, hey, Ice, how come I can't see the live stream? I'm like, I'm sorry, brother or sister, but I gotta lock it down. Too many freeloaders out here. Unfortunately, everybody gotta pay. Everybody gotta pay because of the, all the rest of the assholes. I got about 200 really solid Iceman Show family members. But that's how we doing it. I mean, no disrespect to nobody. I know some people work different work schedules that, that's why if you donate $10, Cash App, or you go to AskTheIceman.com, scroll down to the donate button, I'll send you a link to it. That's what I usually do. People that work every Saturday, they just donate when they can. Maybe they don't get paid till that next week. And they'll just send me they'll just donate, and then I just know automatically to send them a link. That's how I have to keep doing things. But no disrespect to anyone. Hey, Kevin Smith, since you want to come over here and blow up the spot with your bullshit, the last time I got pussy was when you open your mouth. That's the last time I got pussy. There you go. It has been embedded in a woman's psyche that they deserve more than what they got coming to them. And so in her mind, her needs are supposed to come before yours. All her needs are supposed to come before yours. The only time the needs of her kids come before hers is in public. But in private, it's cut up wieners and raviolios or Franco-American. Okay? Alphabet spaghetti. Okay? That's the extent of mothering. Oh, and by the way, if her children want to eat a nutritious vegetable, what do they get? Corn. Because every growing boy and girl needs corn. Ain't that right? Your stinking ass. But these women, and mainly in America, their mindset is, I'm on some wallet assassin shit that does not work if the bitch doesn't hit the wall. Now, those of you who don't know what the wall is, it's what every woman hits in the looks department, appearance, and they literally look like they just hit a goddamn wall, face first. Especially, you know, some of y'all OFAs out there. It's the time when there's no more sex appeal. You understand? There's no more sex appeal. You go from wanting to hit that booty on the regular to passing that booty right on by. Just like the Dutchie, pass to the right side. Okay? Pass the Dutchie to the right side. Can you dig it? So now she's on some gorilla pimping, which a lot of women think they can get away with because they got that mentality that their vaginas are perfect and their vaginas can net them all the results that it did back when they was in their 20s. And no matter how old that bitch is, she could be in her 40s and look like shit. She could be in her 50s and look like shit. Most of these women up here, you know, they look like shit. Except, you know, up there in Seattle. Well, this show, first of all, your mama is the most ugliest. Your mama is the ugliest motherfucker in the world, and her name should be Mr. Ed. How about that? Yeah, get rid of that motherfucker. And this Kevin Smith, I don't think that's the same Kevin Smith. I don't think this is the same guy. Or if it is, he can go fuck himself. Yeah, why don't he just go fuck himself? Because he ain't getting no pussy unless he opens his mouth with his stinking ass. Bye, nigga. With your bitch ass. Scooby-Doo looking motherfucker. And whoever this Tina character is, bitch, or you punk ass white supremacist, eat a dick. Get choke on it, bitch. You heard? Had to do some had to do some housekeeping. Because we got some bitches in the house. We got some biznitches in the house. Got rid of your funk ass though. Look just like Willie. Just look like Jimmy Lee, boy. Look just like Jimmy Lee. Got your monkey ass. Stinking ass motherfuckers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, hit the Cash app. We're doing $10 donations today. You know, this is the Player Circle podcast. More bounce to the ounce. And I say what counts. Don't nobody go home to the fat man fucks. What's happening, chocolate people? You know how we do it. Get this Rebecca Anderson out of here too. I guess Walmart and Dairy Queen let the white supremacists out early today on work, huh? Scooby-Doo looking motherfuckers. But anyway, women, their mentality is there's some free lunch out here. And we have, unfortunately, given the green light to these women to be reckless all about the mouth. Okay? I don't know about you, but I don't like talking to a woman that's reckless about the mouth. Because sooner or later, it's going to come to hands. Okay? Because I can't have nobody popping off and getting in my face doing that. I don't know. Maybe you guys tolerate that. I don't tolerate this. And all of this. I don't do that. I don't grab mosquitoes, whatever that is. What is that? Mosquito practicing grabbing mosquitoes? Fuck is that shit? Nah, that ain't what I'm, I ain't got time for that. I'm a grown ass man. But the point that I want to make to you is this. In my second book, The Dating Bible, we're gonna tackle a lot of very complicated social theories and practices that are going to help you talk to women and get your swerve on, because you have to exude self-confidence and high self-worth. If you are lacking one, if you're lacking one or neither one of them, you're in trouble, because you can't have just self-confidence. Because if you got self-confidence and no self-worth, then you sooner or later people will see the whore in you. I suck dick for money. That'll be your mantra. That's the idiot that's out there, talking loud and saying nothing, making a fool out of himself. just to get attention. Hey, Magic Matrix, I ain't seen you in a minute. Are you a man or are you a lady? Or you could be a hermaphrodite and be both. But anyway, y'all, get my first book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman, Volume 1. You can get this at asktheiceman.com. Scroll down to the add to cart button and then just go from there. I'll autograph it for you and send it to you as soon as possible. Get my first book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman, Volume 1. You can get this also at Amazon.com. All right. Dig it. Sales are starting to pick back up again. Anyway, so get it. Anyway, this is really giving. I'm just gonna say this feminism shit has really ruined the image of the American woman. Magic Matrix is cool. Punching babies is probably the mayonnaise mafia's little troll. But Magic Matrix is an actual person. I've seen them before. Anyway, so you don't want to be conceited, because as soon as something doesn't go your way, you're going to be the ass of the party. You're going to go from being the life of the party to the ass of the party. Keep an eye on this Sam Child. Anyway, so you don't want to come off conceited. And that's why my second book, The Dating Bible, well, I'm giving you examples of all the examples that are the basic examples that a man's going to be in and how to think your way out of it, instead of just, because you can't be a Mac if you don't know how to think critically. If you don't have critical thinking skills, this ain't going to work for you. So I'm trying to break the game down to your level, because you a square. Okay? Don't let the hat and the older features fool you. I'm giving you try and true game. But these women, they will only run on you what you allow them to run on you. I keep telling this guy, guys send me emails all the time. They said, why I keep struggling with women? And I say, hey man, you know, I got to get to know you. I got to see your face. And I got to see how you interact with me. And that could probably tell me a lot about how you interact with the ladies. You can't always feel comfortable about everything that you do in public, but most things you can. I'm real comfortable around people I don't know, even though I'm watching their every move. But you can throw me in I've been on yachts with nothing but white people. I'm the only brother on there around all these upper class white people. I held my own, because I showed them I wasn't scared of them. And I wasn't trying to front either. They knew I didn't have no money. The woman I was dating that brought me. You digs? So the one thing about how, you know, how does that affect you? How does what they do affect you? Well, let me try to make this simplify this, and in quick measure. See, most of what you do with women is really what you show them. If you show them a bunch of bullshit, that's what they're going to believe. If you show them what's really real, if you keep it $150, if that's the type of dude they like, then which one of those guys you think going to go further with that woman or with those two women? Sooner or later, the party's over. Sooner or later, it's just like with women who hit the wall. And let's just clarify some things. When we say a woman is hitting the wall, let's just say she's a feminist bitch. She's going to be the miserable bitch on Plenty of Fish, who looks good, but she's in her late 40s and then 50s and sometimes 60s talking about what she'll tolerate. You need to have a yacht. You need to be able to fly me to Aspen. And this is some used to be 8 or 9 who's now about a strong 7 on a good day, but mainly a 6.5. And she's sitting up here, this bitch is delusional because she thinks that even though she done hit the wall, and we all know the wall is undefeated. She done hit the wall, and she still don't believe that she don't deserve a man with any money if she was dumb enough to cash in her chips, which a lot of women do. I'm just going to get rid of this first husband and get me another one with more money. But then all they do is end up getting a dude that lie. Maybe he can get her in another house or whatever and run the game for a minute. But sooner or later, all that spending got to come to an end. Sooner or later, that simp is like, hey, I'm going through my 401k money. That was just to get you in, because I know I got a little dick, and I got other problems with my body. That's why simps simp, because there's something wrong with them. Some dudes will be straight up totally impotent. A lot of white dudes will be impotent my age, but they'll still be taking care of a chick, and they'll still be dating a chick. Maybe he putting his face down there, which works okay with some women. But after a while, it's like, hey, I want you inside me, and this dude can't get it working. That's why when they created those main 3, Levitra, Cialis, and Viagra, when they made those, the pharmaceutical stock for those companies like Pfizer and the people that make Cialis and Levitra, their stock went through the roof. Oh man, their stock on CNBC, their stock went through the roof. Pfizer that makes Viagra, oh, their stock was this. It wasn't as good as Amazon stock is now, but it was nasty for a long time. Because all of a sudden, white guys are like, oh, we're on these black guys level now. Because some guys that were impotent, all of a sudden they dick woke up once they start taking them medications. And then but a lot of people use that shit recreationally. I know a lot of guys that go to their doctor and lie, because see, you can do that in the civilian world. You go to your doctor and say, hey, doc, I can't get it up, but I don't want to get Nugenics. I don't want that eugenics shit. I want me some of them blue pills. Can a nigga get down? Next thing you know, especially if you got a male doctor, he'll be like, oh, Tom, having problems in the bedroom? And let me write you a script. Shit. You'll be like 60 pills. Nigga, 60 pills will kill your ass. Better read them directions, nigga. Your dick will be so hard you'll be cutting diamonds. Be done cut your laptop in half. Okay? But you have to understand that in their heads, that was supposed to put them on the same playing field as far as sex with black guys. So a lot of people get that shit recreationally. You know, when I used to go down to South America, like I said, pharmacies in these other countries, especially in Latin America, if you got the money, they got the prescription. Now, Brazil was a little bit more trustworthy with their pharmaceuticals, but Mexico, no. I was not buying none of that shit. And got people that I used to go sometimes meet over there, or guys I ran into, and then we hung out the rest of the time we was there until we start meeting chicks at the bars and stuff. Shit. That's why I say, man, if she done hit the wall, some of these women, they don't care. I know to you say, hey, Ice, I don't want to, I don't want to have to tell the bitch she done hit the wall. Hey, let me tell you something. Some of these women are delusional. They're delusional. And they know they didn't hit that wall, but they just hope they meet a fool. They just hope they meet a fool. And you're that fool if you want to be. I mean, I'm not going to be that fool. You digs? Because a woman to sit there like my mom used to tell me, hey, mama's babies, daddy's maybe. So you need to be on top of your goddamn game when it comes to these women. When I was a young man, y'all's age, shit, man, you didn't have to be on defense like you are today. You didn't, did a couple chicks get drinks out of you? Did a couple chicks get a couple dinners out of you? Yeah. But they weren't as perverted about it as they were. They wasn't vicious. You know what I'm saying? They weren't vicious about it. If a girl tried to hustle you for a drink, it didn't feel like you needed to go take a shower. Today, women straight up come to the table trying to hustle a nigga. Okay? Now, when I was 19, 20 years old, I dated bosses, older black women that taught me the game. They gave me some of that booty, but they were trying to teach me the game. See, when I was a young man, 20, 21 years old, if you got with them little old broads, first of all, they wasn't washed up, even at 40. They weren't washed. They looked like Angela Bassett back then because them sisters wasn't eating on that junk food. So them old sisters my age, that was my age then, they were still fine. But these bitches today, shit. I mean, I wouldn't mind dating a woman my age, but she gotta look good for her age. She can't look like Judge Judy. No offense to Judge Judy, but Judge Judy damn near 80. I've seen some women, I've met some Caucasian women that was 10 years, like 7 or 8 years younger than me, and they look Judge Judy's age. I'm like, damn, bitch, how the fuck you look like that? I mean, they weren't ugly. They were still fuckable, but they weren't dimes. They was like a strong 6, but the bitch still was too old. Oh yeah, I've seen some white girls that, like, I dated this German chick that she wasn't nothing special in middle school and high school, and she didn't choose. In Germany, they either you on the track to go to college or you on track to go to secondary training college, which is to learn how to be a secretary, learn how to do IT. See, they funnel you into stuff like that in a quasi socialist country, because they know what happens to a country when you have a bunch of unemployed young people. Look at America. They're all on drugs. Young Caucasian males and females who some of them do go to college and they still end up hitting that pipe, or they end hitting that syringe. Some of them do have college degrees. Matter of fact, I had a couple clients that was doing time for addiction to meth. But they went to, University of California. It's like, how the fuck you go to Berkeley and you doing this shit? They said, that's like people say, well, Ice, how can you have an MBA and you out there homeless? And I told people it happens. So you have to look at the same way. If I can have an MBA and end up homeless, they can be Caucasian, have a college degree, and still end up homeless. It happens. It ain't got nothing to do with socioeconomic status. It ain't got nothing to do with your race. Sometimes it has to do with mental disorders, undiagnosed mental disorders. It has to do with, it's always economical. It's an economic, this person's economically deprived. They're food insecure and they're shelter insecure. Maybe they're sleeping in their car. That still counts as homeless, because you don't have an address, a domicile that has an address. $187 in New Breed, what up? Yeah, Kaiserslautern. I never went to Kaiserslautern. I've been in Frankfurt and I've been in Berlin. I wanted to go to München, but I didn't want to take the train down there, because I heard that's where they got all them they have all those museums and stuff like that. Berlin's in the middle of the city. It's beautiful, man. I stayed out kind of in the suburbs of Berlin. That's where my apartment was. My apartment actually was on the Russian side. Hey, you guys, give me a second. Keep it locked right here. It's the Player Circus podcast. Everybody, if you haven't donated your $10, ladies and gentlemen, come on, man. Let's get it popping. If you haven't donated, 187 New Breed, let's get it cracking, man. Go to AskTheIceman.com or use the Cash app. Somebody asked me to go download the Cash app down to the phone and offer that as a donation source, delivery source. And I said, yes, I'll go ahead and get that popping. So we've had that popping for the last couple weeks. So go to Cash app, put my there's in the chat room. You got my handle. It's $, capital T H E, capital ICE, capital MAN, and that's all lowercase, the other letters. 1906. So if I say capital, that's capital, not all the other letters. All right. So go to Cash App and hit me off. I'll keep it locked right here. It's the Player Circle podcast. Why American women don't deserve a good man. Smoke weed with my niggas. Everybody hit Sinister Minister. What up? Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're from the East Coast, hit the like button. Your digs. Everybody hit me on the Cash App. Hit me on the Cash App. $10, lady. $10. Ladies and gentlemen, $10. $10. $10 donations. Saturday. So if you got the Cash App on your phone, that's my handle. $ the Iceman 1906. Let me fix this real quickly. Edit. I don't know why that looks like that. Okay. That's fixed. So hit me on the Cash App, $10, $10 donation, to my 501c3. We fundraise from January to August for the backpacks and clothing drive for school year 2019-2020. So we're always those few months ahead, right up to about 2 weeks before school starts. And believe it or not, these kids need more than one book bag per year. They actually need 3, average 2 to 3, because they get nasty and gnarly and kids put food in them. You know, they got them now where the more expensive ones have things like these kids be bringing their water, and I don't blame them. They bring their own water. So the water jug is attached to the book bag or the backpack. I like those because that's similar to what we had in the military. Because if you got to carry all them MREs and your water and all that shit, powdered milk, when you out there in the field, it's a lot of stuff to carry around. That's why, you know, when we used to be out in the field, you know, niggas was like, guys didn't have no fat on them because we doing all that, putting up tents and all that shit, sneaking, sneaking into people's camps. We had, you know, we had dummy rounds. I mean, we had, you know, blanks. But we put all that stuff on our faces. And, you know, we had you know, you had the tripwire that lights up. That shit is so bright, it looked like daytime in the middle of the night. Man, that shit, I love when we do that shit. That shit is fun. But women don't deserve, most women in America, I'm not saying all, I said most women in America don't deserve a good man because the sense of entitlement, the high sense of entitlement, they feel that they should be able to get in your pocket and waste your time no matter what, just because they got a vagina. And what they're finding out because of the internet and social media, that a lot of these men are starting to fight back. And they're saying, hey, go fuck yourself. I'm going Ibmore, or I'm going MGTOW. Fuck you hoes. I don't even want to fuck with you. And that's why I be telling the ladies, I said, that's not a place in history, social history, that you want men to be. That's not where you want them to be, where they don't want to procreate because you on some dumbass feminist shit. Men are supposed to want to fuck all the time. That's why we have civilizations like we do. Otherwise, we wouldn't have shit if we let you be in charge. That's why I tell guys, you dumbass niggas that's sitting up here talking about your vote for a woman president, you're a fucking simp. Any of you niggas that voted for Hillary Clinton, you're a fucking simp. Why would you want a feminist bitch to be the leader of the free world? We're already getting kicked in the ass. Let me tell you something. Feminism affects all men of all races, but it really fucks up black men. It's like crack cocaine. Everybody else can smoke crack and not lose shit other than you. You smoke crack, you lose everything. You lose job, you lose home, you lose your husband, you lose your wife, you lose every fucking thing. I remember one time I was looking at the Nat Geo channel, and they were talking to a brother that used to own 5 or 6 restaurants in the Seattle area, and now he on the street homeless smoking crack. The fuck is wrong with people, man? Trying this new Coke, this Coke Zero Sugar. Have you tried this shit? I haven't drank a Coke in probably about 14 years, 14, 15 years. I stopped fucking with Coke because they had a Coke, no caffeine. I started buying that, but that you can only get that in certain parts of the country. Coke, no caffeine. Only reason why I'm drinking, something with caffeine is because I did a little puffing today. So I'm not going to be up all night. Automatically, that weed's going to make me want to go to sleep. Anyway, these women have a sense of entitlement even after they hit the wall. And the wall could be like this. Yeah, bitch, you hit the wall. Yeah, you could be like that. And the wall could be like that. And these bitches will still be standing up there talking about, hey, I won, motherfucker, I won. They'll be like fucking Trump. You look like the emperor. The emperor has no clothes. That's Donald Trump right now. He's the emperor who's really naked. Who's really naked, but he think he got clothes on. He don't understand that. But the difference is, here's the difference about Trump. He might not be a politician, but he's a businessman. And he does know what he's doing. Those tariffs that he's trying, if he is seriously trying to give us a competitive advantage on the trade, then he knows then he's going in the right direction. But here's what a lot of people don't understand. They think them tariffs are hurting us. No, they're not. They're only hurting American businesses. They're actually helping jobs long term. Now, you won't see the job. You won't see it for 10 years. You won't see it for 5 to 7 years at the least. Because you have to understand something. Clinton, Bush, all them, it's really Obama. Obama gave away the candy store during his presidency. He gave You see how much China's economy grew under Obama's ass? Did y'all notice that? China exploded. Their economy exploded. Even while the global economy took a hit in the ass with a bag of nickels or a bag of quarters, China was still chugging along while America was damn near in a depression. You can't take that for granted, man. That's why I say you got to look at the facts. Let's look at this objectively with that third eye. That's why I say economics is at the heart of every motherfucking thing. If you don't think economics got anything to do with your dating, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. And you ain't getting any pussy. I can tell you with all certainty, you ain't getting any pussy if you don't think economics got shit to do with your dating. Nigga, you are brain dead. That's why when you hear a young nigga say something stupid and asinine like that, you know that nigga ain't fucking nobody other than his fucking fingers. That shutdown fuck with a whole lot of women's money. Middle class and poverty class. That fuck with their money. Oh. That fuck with their money. All these welfare hoes talking about even before the shutdown that Section 8 that the housing authorities in their respective cities and counties was like, you got 60 days to get off this shit. Ben Carter, that's one of Trump's initiative is to make it almost excruciating for any lazy ass baby mama who wants to sit on welfare and be on Section 8. He's gonna make it excruciatingly difficult for you. He's going to bring back the days of being embarrassed to be on welfare. See, when they came up with that EBT card, that's when they brought dignity to welfare and Section 8, letting these bitches live outside the projects. When they did that, they fucked up. I'm telling you, they fucked up. Yeah, vanilla Coke ain't too bad either. Cherry Coke is the best. If they had that, I would have got it. But where I got my sodas, they ain't got a great selection. But I don't like all that sugar. Now it does have an aftertaste though. There is a sugar substitute that additive kind of taste. There is an aftertaste, but I mean, it's okay. I mean, I won't be buying it after this. Oh, hell yeah, Ben Carson wild now. Hey, like I said, everybody's talking about this shit. It's exploding on the guy. It's fucking viral. It's viral. Everybody's talking about this shit. Welfare will never be the same after while Donald Trump's in there and after he's out, after he's gone. Okay? See, Pence is the real politician. Trump might come up with some wacko shit, but Pence is the one that makes that shit make sense. And he's the one that knows how to present it to Congress because he's a former governor and longtime House of representative. So he's the real politician. That's why I tell people, all these people talking about impeach Trump, and then have Pence. Pence will be the one that really will be saying, fuck you faggots. Because he can't stand them LGBT motherfuckers. As soon as they took office, they took that LGBT page from the whitehouse.gov down. They said, oh, we won't have this shit. And then as you saw, the bitches got busy. As soon as Trump got in there, all of a sudden women started protesting. Because they know that Roe v. Wade might be on the chopping block if Trump gets reelected. They know Roe v. Wade is on its way out. And that is a major L for Caucasian women. See, you have to understand something. The pill gave women the green light to cheat. See, you got to understand something. When a woman cheated back when I was a kid, if a woman cheated back in the 60s and 70s, and 9 times out of 10, the result was a pregnancy or an STD, which were both equally socially damning. So if a woman was married and she cheated and got knocked up, a lot of times back in when I was a kid, the kid got mixed in with the rest of the chicks. Okay? But, you know, if it wasn't totally obvious that that kid is different, like it was in my family, like if you got all these darker skinned kids and all of a sudden here's this light skinned kid in here. And it's like, oh shit, well, who daddy is here? Well, who the pappy is? Well, back in my day, out of embarrassment, and the guy just went ahead and played like that was his kid, even though it wasn't. And everybody was, he ain't Fred. That ain't Fred's son. That boy light skin. Look how light he is. Fred dark skin. Look at his mom. His mama's medium skin. She the same complexion in the Iceman. You know goddamn well that kid ain't his. But back in my day, you didn't bust people out like that. You didn't put people's business out there like that. But you knew that that wasn't that guy's son. And old girl was had been cheating. See, you see back then, the stakes were too goddamn high. If you got a scarlet letter back then on your chest that made you the town hoe, brother, you better be, the internet would have been kind to your ass back then. Back then, everybody at the church knew you were a hoe. Everybody at school know you were a hoe. Everybody at the store know you a hoe. Everybody at the PTA know you a hoe. You didn't want that hoe. You didn't want the hoe coat, what we used to call the hoe coat. You didn't want that coat. You know that figurative coat that said, hey, you a hoe. You didn't want them. You didn't want that smoke back then. See, today, girls that just hoes, they think being a hoe is fashionable. Because they mamas was a hoe. They grandmama is a hoe. They great grandmama was an old hoe. She went to church, but she was still a hoe. She was one of the mothers of the church, but she was still a hoe. She had kids by different niggas. But didn't nobody say nothing because that was Big Mama. You got your ass kicked back then in my day. Whispering about grown folk business. Oh, you got your ass kicked. Back in my day, you didn't pop off like these kids did. These kids pop off now. Mama, you're a whore. Mama, you're a bitch. Back in my day, white folks used to slap their kids in public. That shit you see with white folks letting their kids run around and talk shit to them, that's new white folks shit. Back in my day, white folks kicked their ass like niggas kicked their ass. I met plenty white dudes my age say, hey, my dad to kick my ass. My mom used to kick my ass. I come in the house being rolled around in that dirt back there, and I'm supposed to go somewhere with them. My mama kicked my ass. These is California white dudes. Shit, back in my day, the cost of embarrassment was high. It ain't like it is today where motherfuckers was motherfuckers out here raggedy. Motherfuckers up here talking about I'm ghetto fabulous. People didn't want to be ghetto back then. Shit, motherfucker put a suit on just to go to the fucking mailbox. Motherfucker, you look at them old pictures from back when I was growing up in the 60s. Shit, my parents was always clean. My dad had a suit on, or he had a shirt and tie on. They didn't play that shit like they do today. These niggas today ain't got no class. Shit. That's what I be telling motherfuckers, man. Y'all be on some bullshit. Painless Horizon, what up? Hey, Kitty Candy, what's popping, baby? Thank you, sweet thing. You're looking so good. But yeah, man. Today, there's no discipline. If a boy or girl grows up in a home where there's no father and their mother has no discipline. See, back in my day, if it was a single mom, she was kicking them kids' ass. That woman was still tough. So, you know, motherfuckers want fame. Motherfuckers want to go on Facebook. Motherfuckers want to post a video on YouTube. They want the shit to go viral. Niggas be on some bullshit. Everybody want to start them, but everybody want fame and start them, but they ain't trying to get no real money. See, the thing is, the number one reason why Trump caved is because of the Super Bowl. All that trouble with the air traffic controllers in the airports, they was in his ear about that shit. But do you know what kind of problems that could have caused for the Super Bowl? People flying in that day. A lot of people, they don't want to be there. I was going to go to the Super Bowl last year because it was in Minneapolis. And I fucked around and didn't go. And Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was in charge of a lot of little small concerts around the city. They made bank. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis made bank. I think The Time performed. Oh, no shit. He said he had a big ass steak at Stars. Nigga, you crazy. Last time I was at Stars, man, my steak was all right. The first time I went, it was actually pretty good. I was real surprised because it was like $7 for a steak. Then I was like, oh, this is gonna be some bullshit. That steak and the food was actually decent. But here's the thing, guys. What Trump is doing is going to hurt them short and long term. Let me explain. See, you see, Trump, the first thing that's going to happen, like I told you guys, is he's got to find money outside of DOD. There's less tax money coming in, so he got to find money from somewhere. Where they going to take it from? They're going to take it from social programs. So a lot of Nancy Pelosi's domestic violence money that goes to those nonprofits, these rich white girls. That money is threatened. That's earmark money. If you look at the congressional budget, it always has earmarks. These are monies that go to grant recipients. Okay? I used to work for these two Jewish women that did that. They get a lot of money from that Domestic Violence Act that Nancy Pelosi helped Obama push through Congress. Money like that for that type of shit, they start cutting it. We don't need that. Chop. Just start sending these food boxes out instead of EBT cards with hundreds of dollars on them. If you go to a grocery store like Publix, I know those of you who live in the ATL area, you know about Publix. If you go to some of the higher end ones, they have a seafood counter. And they'll get king crab and shit like that in there. Big ass shrimp, expensive shrimp. And you'll see them welfare bitches over there getting that shit. And you like, wait a minute, this bitch got a fucking EBT card and she eating Alaskan king crab? Ain't that a bitch? This bitch about to have a crab broil at her goddamn house with some crawfish and crawfish and corn on the cob. Fuck out of here. Got to have a seafood goddamn there's a seafood restaurant, Stella's, in near Uptown in Minneapolis. During the summertime, nigga, that's the pimping. That's the pimp spot. Because they got a roof. They got a roof deck. Got 2 bars up there. Oh, man, all the fly bad bitches be up there. Yeah, Kroger. Hell yeah. Them bitches is eating good while you guys got to work for everything you eat. Exactly. Exactly, Sinister Minister. I'll tell you what, if you went over there to pay, like where me and Payless Rising been over there at Sugars, sometimes you can get a rubber steak in there. Everybody getting ready for the Super Bowl? Anybody, what y'all doing special for the Super Bowl? Shit, I didn't feel like going to buy no food. I said, no, I'm just gonna throw me one of these Paul Newman pizzas in the oven. And them shits be good. All right, guys, we're not getting it cracking on PayPal here, y'all. Come on, guys, let's represent. Last live stream, we had over 350 people. Because it doesn't show the people who are just watching. Hey guys, come on, let's get the $10 donations up, man. We're looking kind of weak today. Looking weak. Come on, guys, let's get it cracking. Painless Rising. Can I get a $10 donation from you today, brother? Appreciate it if I can, man. Thank you. But yeah, I just got a 6-pack of these Cokes. I'm probably gonna drink a couple today, tonight, a couple tomorrow. I'm watching the game at home. I was gonna go try to find me a sports bar. I don't like, you know what? I've done that a couple of times. Couple of times it worked out really good, but then there was a couple of times it didn't work out so well. So I got a TV at home. You digs? Well, it's like this. A lot of these Caucasians that are in very powerful places around state or federal government, a lot of these guys have a past. The Clintons have a past. A lot of these Democrats have a past. And again, you got to understand, Democrats and Republicans are just different sides of the same coin. They're all the same people. They all fuck you in the end with no Vaseline. As long the Republicans say, hey, we don't want no niggers in here. Democrats say, hey, niggers, will come on in. Hey, come on, you LGBT folks. But just remember, you can be whatever you want to be, but you're still a nigger. That's the difference. And that's why it's imperative that we keep the reparations argument going forward. That's our tangibles. Like Tariq said, tangibles 2020. What y'all gonna give us? Because if you ain't giving us what we want, go fuck yourself and eat a dick. The day of the black man the black people just taking whatever crumbs that the liberals want to give us, that ain't gonna work. We don't want welfare. We don't want Section 8. We can feed our women. We can clothe our kids. We don't need your government handouts. That's the sisters that decided to do that. That didn't come from us. That didn't come from the brothers. Most brother would rather work 2 jobs to provide for his wife and kids than pay child support and not be in their kids' life. Everybody loses when the man is not in the home. Everybody. Society loses. Let me tell you something. The first thing they work with that Trump has Ben Carson working on is the housing thing. They just turned New York Housing Authority, which is a multi-billion-dollar operation. Do you know they just turned it over to a private company? Did y'all know that? What do you think that private company is going to do? They're going to get them motherfuckers 6 months. Oh, they're going to give them plenty of time. Make 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, 3 months. I guarantee minimum is going to be 2 months. And they're going to say, look, it's going to be two scenarios. It's going to be, you stay here 6 months, but come such and such date 2020, you got to be out of the premises. Or it's going to be a situation where the letter is going to say, you got 6 months to stay here, but at the end of that 6 months, you got to start paying market value rent. What does that mean? If that bitch is only paying $45 a month for rent, and that apartment's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, they're like, hey, that's a $2,500 a month apartment. You need to start paying $2,500 a month. It's going to be one of them two scenarios. If the apartments are going to stay apartments and they don't want to put no money into it right away, which they usually don't, other than minor shit they know they're gonna have to do anyway. But doing renovations, they're not gonna want to do that. Not right off the bat. They're gonna want to leave it the way it is if it's in decent condition. And then just get all the freeloaders out of there. So indirectly, yes, it is gonna make women more cooperative because they're gonna have to come with hat in hand. They're going to have to be humble as a motherfucker. They're going to have to come with hat in hand. Because the jig is up, man. Actually, the jig been up. The jig been up. It's just, like I said, Obama's bullshit extended it. That's why I keep telling guys, you don't want no woman president. Black men are the main group that really takes the full brunt of feminism. Because we are economically paralyzed when we try to work within the system of white supremacy in America. They don't want to hire us on jobs. So what niggas have to do, what you think niggas gonna do to make money? They're gonna go out here and hustle. They're gonna go out here and sell drugs. They're gonna go out here and run drugs up and down the highway. What else they gonna do? They want the American dream and they deserve it. Why should Caucasian people only get the American dream? You deserve it more than they do. You shed blood, sweat, and tears for the little nothing you have and we have. They haven't spilled any blood. But they're out here living high on the hog off what should go to you. And you can best believe they're gonna fight us to the death to hold on to it. That's why you can't get caught slipping. There's gonna come a time when they're gonna, niggas ain't gonna be able to get guns. That's what happened in Tulsa. That's what happened with Black Wall Street. Them niggas waited till the last minute when they heard that that shit was about to jump off and they were gonna start bombing them and shooting them. They would go around to them gun shops and them white folks wouldn't sell them no guns. If you got Cash App, Kitty Candy, just go to Cash App. Go down to the, scroll down to the donate button. Just go there. Do you have a PayPal account? If you don't have a PayPal account, you need an email address and I think a debit card to your bank. Thanks. Thanks, Justin. Hey, what's up, bruh? Baseman, walk downtown. So as soon as Trump said, I'm putting tariffs on China, in Hong Kong, which is where their stock exchange is, their economy went hit them skids like a motherfucker. Their stock market went like this. See, you got to understand about economic warfare. That stuff that Trump is doing is smart. Because our manufacturing, moving that to China, is how China blew up the way they did. To where we're number 2 now. But there's controls in place. There's controls in place. Like, for example, that everybody trades commodities in dollars. Everybody trades commodities in dollars. Oil, dollars. Steel, dollars. That's why they killed. That's why they had to get, allegedly had to get rid of Gaddafi, because he was talking about introducing a currency called the dinar over there on the African continent, and all the African countries were going to trade in that dinar. Plus, they were going to use the gold standard, which America does not use anymore. That's why our dollar is considered debt. That's why they call it fiat currency. It's worth nothing. A $100 bill is useless. But because we trade in dollars, that's why America is still powerful. And the UK is powerful. Because we trade in the same currency. When pilots fly all over the world, when they get on the radio and talk to the towers, everything is in English. Because we're the first ones that start flying. I mean, commercially, the Egyptians are the ones that first use aeronautics. The Americans just took it to the next level. But that technology has been around since King Tut. You digs? He said, my trigger finger is itching. Hey, Kitty Candy, you hit me on the Cash App? Yeah, let me know if it works. I'm supposed to get some kind of alert or something. Do I have my phone? Yeah, I got my phone on. Appreciate it. But anyway, that's why allegedly they got rid of Gaddafi. You digs? He was in the way. He was in the way. And he had to go. Dude had to go. And that was Hillary Clinton's operation. All that stuff that went on, like what happened on that movie, what was it, 13 Hours? Good movie, great movie. With them Navy, ex-Navy SEALs and all them dudes, Secretary of State agents. That was purposely done that way, allegedly. They sacrificed that. That was Hillary Clinton's op. That was her op. She was Secretary of State. That was her op. And that the emails were a distraction. That was a farce. That email shit was a farce back then. And it's a farce today. Use your third eye. You'll see what's going on. But anyway, Trump is setting us up for long-term. But people need instant results. That's why they don't see it. But he's like, nah, wait a minute here. 300 billion in trade. We want to write that. We gonna flip-flop that shit. You gonna take 300 billion of our shit. Because that's what a lot of what China does. They'll dump all their Chinese-made shit, and some of these companies are actually American-owned or 50% owned. Half of it's owned by the Chinese government, some corporation they came up with, and the other half is owned by an American corporation. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of these international businessmen do not want that kind of trade war shit going on, because that's going to hurt their bottom line, because they, like I said, they own half of some of those companies, or they might own less. Or they might own the whole thing. Usually they go half and half. And now China's economy is stronger than ours, because we sold out they sold out the American worker so they can get cheap labor. But over the years, what they haven't been telling you is that wages have been going up over there in China. They still ain't as high as ours, but they've gone up considerably. And so there has been this push to start manufacturing back on American soil, because it's not that much cheaper to do it in China. Plus, China be sitting up there making garbage and then dumping that shit in our market, and then they'll turn around and be like, well, we don't want all that American-made shit over here. Y'all see how that works? And Obama negotiated that shit. He the one that contributed to giving away the candy store instead of just giving them a piece of candy. You're going to dump all that shit in our damn economy. But as soon as he said that, as soon as Trump said, hey, I'm getting ready to put tariffs on Chinese steel, you see their stock market, their economy went, they hit the fucking brakes. I don't get into talking about Donald Trump's personality. That's futile. That's a waste of time. He acts the way he's supposed to act. Well, how would you act if you had $3.5 billion? How would you act? See, that's the question people don't want to ask. Well, they don't want to ask themselves. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I've run into white people that ain't worth half that much, and their attitude is shit. Okay? Their attitude is shit. Everybody that's donated thus far, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's get it popping, y'all. If you have not donated your $10 today, let's get it popping. Where's my man? Where's Jeremy Binyard? Come on, man. You got to get caught up, man. Can I get those ends? I know you in the house. Timmy Diamonds, come on, man. Break me off. You said you was gonna hit me on Cash App. I don't see them ends. Okay, Kitty. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, baby. You're so kind. You're so sweet. Hey, y'all, let me take a quick break real quick. I'm gonna give me some more soda. Keep it live right here, the Player Circle Podcast. Right on with the get down with the right on with the right on. You digs? You digs. I can dig it. Come on, guys. Well, here's the thing. It's clear that once Donald Trump leaves office, either at the end of his first term or the end of his second, he will be redefining the office of the president forever. Good, bad, or indifferent. It will never be the same. That we do know. I think, and this is just my own conjecture, I think we benefit. I know a lot of you guys don't admit it. I mean, when I'm saying admit it, but a lot of you guys don't see it. But again, a lot of the stuff that economically, well, with the exception of that tax cut, but that was mainly a move in trying to get the ruling class or the upper class or the ruling class vote once he's running for re-election. He was just putting a down payment. He's putting down a down payment on that. So that is you're going to see it on a more of a macro level than the micro level. And so with that in mind, you have to understand that if you're working class, if you're working poor or working class, yeah, you're not going to see it. So economically, as a whole, that will help the economy. But there is that hole called that tax cut. And the Federal Reserve, they got to get their money, or they get their money off the top. So you have to understand something. Trump might not be a nice guy, but he's the only friend you got in our fight against feminism. See, feminism can only survive on money. So if you start chipping away with it, chipping away at it, like pushing back Roe v. Wade or making it null and void. See, you have to understand something. The birth control pill and abortions and any kind of contraceptive that was on the market of that day, that helped women be able to cheat with no regrets. They can go fuck around instead of fucking the mailman, instead of being scared, fucking the mailman and the milkman, because back in my day, they had a milkman. But it was a premium service. My parents used to pay for milk. And the milkman, it was a white dude with a milkman uniform on. Yes, the shit was corny as hell. Just like on Dead Presidents when they drop off them little bottles of milk, of fresh milk every day. Yes, they did that for real. But my parents stopped paying for it. So what those lonely housewives would do is they would fuck the postman or the mailman. That's why they said, well, who's the pappy of that there baby? He looked like the mailman. Nah, man, he looked like the milkman. That's where that come from. That's a running joke from my era. Okay? But now women don't have to feel guilty about fucking outside their marriages or their relationships. Now there's no guilt. But the problem is what they don't tell these women is that the wall is coming. Okay? After a while, the Spanx and the tight jeans just don't get it done. Because a lot of women, you'd be surprised how many women do not have a gym membership. They don't want to go to no damn gym. That's why there's all this Son of Bello shit. All these, you know, all these lose weight quick programs or plastic surgery. You know, they done lowered the price of plastic surgery now. You get lipo for $4,000. You can go to a low end plastic surgeon and get lipo for $4,500. Not including recovery time. So these lazy ass broads, they ain't about to go to no fucking athletic club and do like you and me would do. Like a lot of guys are surprised I know how to do pull-ups, that I do a whole bunch of pull-ups. They be like, man, how can you be that old and do all them pull-ups? I said, dude, you always supposed to be able to pull your own weight up. That's military one-on-one. If you can't pull your own weight, you can sit up there and throw up 450 pounds bench pressing. But if you can't do but 3 pull-ups, you ain't that strong. The guy who you think, that's why when you go to special forces, they doing calisthenics. They ain't doing no weight training. They doing shit that's gonna get every tendon, every muscle in shape. Because weights ain't gonna do that. So when people see me doing 10, 12, 13, 15 pull-ups, they're like, damn, that motherfucker's strong. Especially somebody my age in my mid-50s. I'm supposed to be walking around with a beer belly. I'm supposed to be talking about, hey, where's my next beer? Where's my smokes? Where's my smokes? Good, gay bitch, get my smokes. You should see guys, that's why guys be hating on me, man. That's why I'm, I'm moving in a few months. So I ain't gonna be over here anyway. But I'm moving further up the street, so to speak. And I'm gonna be where there's far more younger people that work out at some of these locations. Because these people that work out over here at this main location I go to, they be in there hating. Them Caucasians be in there hating. Because the Hispanics be in there hating. Hey, look here. I ain't making any apologies for my genetics. Okay? Pray you do look as good as I do in your mid-50s. The only thing that look old on me is my gray goatee. That's it. I got a medicine ball right here. Let me show y'all something. This shit right here, this medicine ball is almost 30 pounds. This is 25 pounds. Most people that come in my house can't even pick this up. If they're a man, they can't pick this up like I do. You do, man, with this one ball, you can do I don't know how many exercises. I do obliques in the morning. I put this over my head and come down like this and do crunches. With this, you get cut up with this thing. I bought this off of Amazon back in 2012. I've had this long. When we had these days where it's snowing, shit, and I got dumbbells in there. Shit, you get a workout with this. You can do push-ups with this. I do push-ups where if you want to get cut real quick, when I want to really get cut and get that V and get that cut under here, you put your hands on here right here like this and do push-ups You only be able to do one. Because you got to balance it, and then your upper body got to get stronger. But you do that shit, you do about 10 of them, that's like doing about 40 or 50 regular push-ups. That shit gets your ass cut. It cuts this right here. You want to get this right here where your traps, where you got that look like this, but you ain't really flexing. This motherfucker right here. This ball right here, so much shit. I got stacks of papers of exercises that you can do with this. That's why I say stop being lazy, man. Go over there to, you know, the sporting goods store and get you one of these. Now, this one right here is a solid 25 pounds. This is like athletic club level. That shit you gonna see at the retail place. It ain't gonna be solid like this. This is solid. If this drop on your foot, you're gonna be in pain. This thing is fucking heavy. See that? You can do curls with this. Oh man, you can do all kind of shit. I ain't gonna bring my dumbbells in here, but I got 40-pound dumbbells. I got 35s. I got 25s. Yeah, Rowan will get all this cut up. Rowan will give you also. They'll give you it'll give you cardio. But I'm serious, man. You're gonna get more cooperation, but at the same time, it's like the quality of American women has gone down so much that sometimes, to a certain degree, looks don't even matter that much. I mean, looks matter to a certain degree. I'm not willing to go below a 5. I'm not, you know, in my age, you got to be a little more accepting. And I have no problem if a woman got some love handles. Love handles ain't gonna scare me off. Bellies will. Okay? I ain't going below a 5. Okay? But here's the thing. With all that I bring to the table, I have to know I know my worth, and I have a high level of dignity. So there's only so much I'm going to put up with. Okay? And it's very little. And women get that fucked up in America. They think, oh, you a simp. They think every man is a simp. And I can assure you that we're not. I walk away from headache women all the time. And they're always surprised. Because there's so many simps out here. So many simps fucking up the game. Dating is about energy transfer. When you stand in front of somebody and you talk to them, you're sending out thermal energy. You're throwing out thermal energy. And when you do that, if you got good energy, if your vibe is on point, hopefully the universe will send you the same positive energy back that you're sending out. You understand where I'm going with this? So if you got a woman who's got a shitty disposition, sooner or later that's going to become a problem for her. Carlotta Wilson, stay with me, Miss Lady. I know soccer moms have to get their sniff on, but stay with me. If you want any advice on that type of stuff, you're going to have to hire me as a life coach. Go to asktheiceman.com. Scroll down. Or I think it's on the About the Iceman page. Go on look at my rates for life coaching. It's on the second or third page of asktheiceman.com. Yeah, we don't do that here. So hit that up, homie. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button on Facebook. Everybody hit the like button on YouTube. Hey, guys, let's get these donations up. We're way low. We're really low right now. Come on, guys. If you haven't donated, come on, man. With $10 donations, we do this every Saturday. Let's get this thing cracking. We're looking awfully short. Way short than we usually get. Come on, guys. If you haven't donated today, donate right now. Come on, let's go. What up? Okay. But what Trump is doing is coming out in men's favors, and it's really a moot point with working women who are used to depending on themselves and they're accountable to themselves. Those women, we're not having a problem. Those women they don't hate Trump. They don't give a shit about Trump one way or the other. The only people that hate Trump are cowardly Democrat, cowardly men, a lot of cowardly men, and women who are mad that they can't get somebody on Trump's level. Well, if you donate the $10, I will send you the link to this if you missed the other part of it. That's how we do it. If we got guys that missed the show, if they missed the show, they know the drill. They donate their $10 and then I send them the link. I'm not trying. Hey, look, I do everything straight up here. If people don't respect and contribute and try to keep the Iceman Show podcast and the Player Circle podcast going, then it ain't gonna be here. If people don't donate, if people don't support the show financially, it ain't gonna be here. But economically, believe it or not, the country's strong. But going down to our level, if you one of these ratchet types who, you know, you're on welfare, you're on the welfare like Claudine. Are you a hobosexual type of nigga? You're gonna be hurting. If you one of these niggas trying to live off of white girls, nigga, you finna be on the street. Section 8 is going, see what they're gonna do. They're gonna move. They're gonna move everything that's associated with public assistance. They're gonna move all of that to fee basis. And what fee basis is, everything, the cost is set around your ability to pay and how much you can pay. So your income. So there's a means test. So your income has to be a certain amount in order for you to get any of these programs. And they're going to be temporary. See, here's the thing. I own a 501c3 nonprofit. I would not take donations if I didn't have a legal nonprofit. Okay, this is not what my show is about. My podcast is about. Feminism is just like white supremacy is on its last legs. And they know it. So what they're trying to do is come up with any old stupid ass jab at black men that they can take. If it ain't something with drugs, if it ain't something with you know, keeping you out of the workforce, putting more black men in prison, free prison labor. These people ain't playing. I'm cool. So here's the thing. The way, the direction we're headed, guys, is if you're a hardworking man, Ashanti Morris, if you keep asking ridiculous questions, I'm going to block you. Do you understand? Because what you're saying does not apply to me. And even if it was, I would not discuss that with you. So we're going to stop with the nonsense. Okay? So if you're a hardworking brother, hardworking sister, nothing these presidents are going to do is going to affect you. The only people who are going to be hurt in the next 3 to 5 years are Ray Rays and Pookies and welfare hoes and ratchets. So we need to continue to work together. We need to start pooling our money. This presidential election can be a win-win for us. But what are we going to do about it? Are we going to seize the moment, or are we going to get behind the typical Democrat clowns like your girl Kamala Curry Goat Harris and Cory Booker? If you think Booker makes a great president, I got oceanfront property to sell you in New Mexico. This country is going broke. And the only people who see it are the people that got a third eye. Everybody else is like, they know something is afoot. They know to be afraid, but that's as far as they're gonna take it. What you fail to realize is that this is getting ready to get nasty. Anybody who's not willing to pull their weight, you are gonna find yourself on the streets, worse off than people who ended up on the streets in 07 and 08. It's going to be worse for you. Because one thing I noticed with a lot of these white nonprofits, they don't want to do shit for black people. That's one of the reasons I started my nonprofit, because I know a lot of black folks count on me. A lot of black people count on me. Because there's nobody else out there to count on. Because like I said, a lot of these white nonprofits, yeah, that does sound good, brown sausage. Exact. Cory Booker is an empty suit just like Obama. He's an empty suit just like Obama. He ain't going to do a goddamn thing but talk a lot of Dr. King, throw a lot of Dr. King colloquialisms around, that's all he's gonna do is throw some colloquialisms around and put his fist in the air and say power to the people and then go home and not do shit. You understand? You don't have to be able to, you don't have to read very well, and you have to know how to do math that well. There's no example of womanhood. So you have to understand, when I was a kid, it was about being a classy lady. So girls were taught etiquette. Today, you don't have that. So girls are being taught to be polyamorous and hypergamous, and that's it. And leverage your vagina off to the highest bidder. But again, that only works until you bam, hit the wall. Because you do know the wall is what? Undefeated. Okay? The wall is undefeated. Say what you want to say, but the wall is undefeated. And so is karma. You know why I'm a big believer in karma? Because everybody that has ever screwed me over, sooner or later, they got their just desserts. You understand me? It's the unforgiving. That's no lie. That motherfucker unforgiving. But see, like I said, a lot of women don't see the wall coming. Because most women are running like this. Most women are running with their head looking backwards to see how much attention they're getting. And then all of a sudden, bam! What was that I just hit? Oh, bitch, it was the wall. Next thing you know, them titties is boo. That ass is boo. That face is boo. Now, next thing you know, you taking a bite out of crime. Okay, looking like Deputy Dog. Your ass looking crazy like a motherfucker. And just to see if you could still pull it off, you take your old ass into a goddamn bar and you be sitting there with your little wine, looking stupid as hell. And all the men are coming, as soon as they come in, they look at you, they see your flabby ass, and they go walk right past you to two 25-year-olds. And you still out here trying to play them kind of games. Like you got it like that. Like I said, most American women are delusional. You have no idea. It's like Chris Rock said on Tamarine. Most American women don't have any idea how ugly they really are. That shit had me dying when Chris Rock said that shit. A lot of you guys have gotten so old, you don't know how ugly you are. You think you a dime, and what we see is a 2. But a lot of women, but see, the thing is, and Kitty Candy, you raise a good point. Here's why we all should be humble. See, a man can be a slob in college, graduate, get a real good job, get tired of being a simp, and next thing you know, he's like, hey, I'm gonna start working out again. And next thing you know, he starts liking it. He's still in his early 20s or early 30s, so he can still get his body in shape in no time. If he gets really serious, like some of us do, shit, at 32, 33, his money is right. Why? Because he's had time to work his way up. Now, the older a man gets, the more health conscious he gets. So that's why you see guys like me who are in their mid-50s and they still out there riding bikes. They're still out there, working out, keeping it popping with keeping these young guys honest. They're still out there doing that. And his money is increasing. Biologically, so you got to understand, if a girl grows up in an environment where there's a mother and father and she's being challenged to become an adult, what's going to happen when she's 25, at 21 years old, she's going to have the maturity that's equal to a 25 or 26-year-old man. Y'all see how that works? If she's raised in a positive environment where she's able to thrive, then emotionally and mentally, she will be 3 to 4 years ahead of him. Okay? You see how that works? Today, but see, that's when girls will raise the way they were when I was a young man and a kid. Those days don't exist anymore. The average 30-year-old black woman, she has the emotional development of a 15-year-old. Okay? Why? Because her mom ain't too far past that in her emotional development and functioning. Y'all see how this is working? And let's not even bring up the fact that there's no man in the house and never was. No male energy to teach her, hey, this is how a man is supposed to act. Being a simp and being a trick, it's never going to make you happy. Because women instinctively want a male leader. They want a man who can lead. And it's only going to take them 5 seconds to figure out if you're the right kind of leader or not, or if you're just a nigga out here barking orders. See, that's where a lot of you guys fall short, because you are coming out of these female headed households. So you don't know what a man's supposed to do. So both of you guys are off. You're a goof and a clown, and she's an emotional cripple. Y'all see how that does not work? And sooner or later, those people are going to cancel themselves out. The man's going to fuck around and end up in the criminal justice system. The woman is going to end up on public assistance, or if not public assistance, she's going to be working low-wage jobs, multiple jobs at that. If she don't want to be on welfare, she's going to be working 2 or 3 jobs, trying to put food on the table, which is damn near impossible in a Trump economy. That's why we all need each other. That's why the foolishness ain't gonna work no more. And it's already Trump and Pence have been busy beating the shit out of feminism. And they're gonna keep beating on it. Why you think a lot of these states are starting to pass these stringent abortion measures? The states start getting busy when they think the federal government is getting ready to do something. Okay, so Roe v. Wade, if that would be you talking about an L. If you say taking an L between 0 and 100%, if they eradicate Roe v. Wade, it will be like taking a 75% loss to stock, to a certain stock. If that stock is $150 a share and Roe v. Wade gets eradicated, nigga, after they take care of that, you know what else they're gonna jump on? Birth control. In American society, my alchemist, in American society, the last maybe 15, 20 years, the simps have been putting vagina on a pedestal. That's why America is the way it is. CIA and Gloria Steinem has been one of their operatives. Men only have an edge biologically if they live a healthy lifestyle. If they're out here drinking alcohol every night or 3 or 4 nights a week and they got a beer belly, not so much. Okay? As a man gets older, on average, his income goes up. For a woman, the older she gets, her income takes a hit. Not all the time. As a woman ages, her importance in the world, her value decreases. Why? Due to lack of being able to give birth to a baby. When a woman hits menopause, that's like, back in the old days, that was a sad day. Today, it's not so much, because that means I can have, if this woman's sex drive is real powerful, which if she's in her 40s and 50s, it is. See, this is what happens when a man biologically. The older he get, his libido fall off. That's not to say that he can't still bust them nuts. What it means is he won't be thinking so much about procreation. He can concentrate on money. Y'all see what I'm talking about? As he ages, his value goes up. Why? Because he can still have children with a woman that's younger than him. If he works out like I do and he's in halfway decent shape, then his value continues to rise. Because the more I work out, the more preserved my body is going to be. Now, if I add that with proper diet, but you can do the same thing. Black women, I seen, but black women can do, see what a lot of black women don't understand is that if nothing else looks wise, you can increase your value by staying in shape and eating healthy. Black women biologically you have an advantage over all the other women because you have melanin. Let me give you some quick health. Let me give you some health tips. Let me give you some personal trainer information. It's going to take the average woman about 60 days before you can start seeing improvement if you're working out regularly. It's going to take the average woman about 60 days. Let me tell you why it's going to take you so long. It's going to take you that long because you have more water than we do. And your water, getting rid of your water is harder than it is for us to get rid of ours. You know, we're warrior class, whereas you're not. Although black women are warrior class. That's what makes you different, Kitty Candy and some of you other sisters. That's what makes you different. Yeah, but hey, Kitty Candy, let me say this to you. Remember when they used to have those gym chains called Curves? Remember they used to be all women? Do you see any of them around? No. You know why? Because of the internet and social media. Women don't want attention from other women. Women want attention from men. That's why Curves went out of business. Because I had a couple frat brothers like, hey man, you want to go in with us on some, we buying Curves franchises. And I was like, I don't know about that, dog. Oh, basic training, hell yeah. Oh man, that way to come right off your ass. But I'm serious. I got pictures of black women. I got about at least 5 different women I'm friends with on my Facebook page. These sisters are either my age or older, and they're like this. Okay? 6-pack, bam. They still got their breasts because they ain't taking them steroids. They still got their breasts. Curves, still got their curves. And they like this in the picture. There ain't too many white girls that look like that. Yes, some of them white girls can get cut like that, but most of them can't. So it depends on how serious. A lot of sisters ain't serious about working out. I've seen sisters get serious about their fitness and they look just as good, if not better, than the brothers in there. Matter of fact, when I used to live in LA, I used to live on the west side, and we used to work out over there because that's where all the fine sisters worked out. Man, we go over there, them sisters be in there, bam, bam. They be in there throwing up that weight. This shit, these black women we got out today, that all these fat women, that's some new shit. That's new. Black women that I grew up with, they would go out and walk. It'll be a bunch of sisters together. They get together and walk. They ain't getting fat because they still want to be able to get a husband. See, back then, women were still, their main goal was to get a husband, not a simp or a trick to mess around with. They were trying to get a husband. See, the problem with a lot of you single moms, you shot for just getting a pair of pants. And you know how they say aim high. So wherever you end up landing, maybe you might not meet your goal, or you might not get the person you really want, but you might get close. You might get, you know, because you aimed high where you ultimately ended up, you still was able to get, you know, be at a higher level than where you were. That's how you got to think if you're a woman. The problem with you guys is you waste your youth fucking around with lames, fucking around with simps and tricks. And then when you get to that age where maybe you're about 35, 36, you still cute, but you know, the time is of the essence. Now you want a real dude. It's going to be a struggle unless you bring something to the table. Let me give you some game. Because a lot of ladies send me emails and they be like, Ice, you know, I'm not as old as you are, but I'm getting to middle age and I'm really struggling getting men. And I just, hey, can you deal with the brutal truth? Send me a picture of yourself. Some of these women ain't bad looking. Maybe they got a little gut. And I'm like, you can get that gut off in 3 or 4 months. You really don't need to do anything else. Well, you don't think I need to lose that much weight? No, you don't need to look like somebody else. And 9 times out of 10, when a woman sits up there and she says, I need to improve on my image, the standard is some white girl. It ain't other black women. And that's why I tell black women, find women in your family who are into fitness. Take pictures of them and say, I want to look my best. I want to get to where I'm in that kind of shape, but I'm not trying to look like her. I'm not trying to look like my cousin, but she is motivating me. And you got to get serious. You can get a $10 membership at Planet Fitness and get your shit cracking. The problem is a lot of women just don't want to put the work in. And you're too busy snapping cell phone shots in the goddamn mirror instead of working out. You got to get off the attention whoring. But the reason why you notice I'm starting to get cut up is because in 2 or 3 more months, it'll be 60, 70 degrees out here. It'll be time to start riding the bike again. And I don't want to be out there looking my age. No. So here's what I do. Here's what I tell people. I get fat during wintertime. I get a belly. I don't look as defined. But as soon as wintertime is starting, because we've had a mild winter. It hasn't snowed yet. By this time last year, it had already snowed 2 or 3 times. Okay, so I gotta, I'm trying to finish these songs, and I'm thinking about putting a band together, start doing some live gigs again. And I can't get up there looking my age, because when I go back to Minneapolis and start trying to put a band together, if I look like the way I look right now, yeah, they might take me seriously, but if I come back looking like this, they're going to be like, oh, okay, this dude's serious. So it only takes me about 2.5, 3 months to get in shape, even at my age, because I go every day. I work out 4 to 5 days a week. I do 2 light workouts, and I do 3 light workouts and 2 heavy workouts. And I got this book over here. Let me show y'all this book real quick. This little young white girl I used to date gave me this book. It's called The Testosterone Advantage Plan for Men Only by Lou Schuler. Man, this book right here, nigga, if you do everything in this book, you can be a 90-year-old man and be walking around this motherfucker like this. This dude's the guy that wrote this is a fitness trainer and he's got a certification in diet. He's not a dietitian, but he teaches you how to eat. He's got a certification. Man, this book right here is the shit. It teaches you how to boost your testosterone the natural way. You ain't got to get on the phone, be texting, can I get some Nugenix? And your girlfriend will love it too. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. That shit ain't nothing but some herbs, some shit. I can fly to the Dominican Republic and get one of them Taino motherfuckers to give me some shit. I remember when I was in the Dominican Republic, man, these Taino motherfuckers gave me some shit. I went to the duty free and bought me a bottle of Hennessy. He said, and they gave me a bottle that had all these herbs and shit in it. I poured, they said, no, put a whole bottle in there. And it changed the taste of that Hennessy. It actually settled my stomach, whatever them herbs that was in there. But I'm telling y'all, man, you know, hey, ladies, we want to get with y'all. We want to get with the sisters. But you can't be, he said Frank Thomas clowning them, dude. That commercial be making me laugh because I know that shit is a ripoff. Hey, the first indication you know that shit is garbage is they say, not available in stores. See, if they had to see, you have to understand something. If they sell it in the stores, there's certain guidelines they got to meet. You understand what I'm saying? Because that stuff ain't medication. It falls under what they call food. Vitamins, stuff like that falls under food. If you believe it or not. It still falls under the FDA, but not as a drug. It's as a food product. But if they sell it through retail, that's liability. If Target and Walmart sold that shit and people start going to the stores, returning it, talking about, man, this shit don't work. Frank Thomas is a goddamn punk ass, fat ass lie. Guess who's also in trouble? Walmart and Target. That's why they don't sell that shit in the store. So that's the first. See, you got to understand something. Remember Smiling Bob about 10 years ago? Remember the Smiling Bob? He's like this over, you know, this ridiculous goddamn smile, and he's thumbs up all the fucking time. Just for men. Hey, Timmy Diamonds, man, why you keep telling me to go get some just for men? I already got that shit, man. Hey, I'm not good with putting dyes and shit on me, dog. It ain't my style, man. I'm sorry. I just ain't with it. I just ain't with that. I got it. I just haven't used it. He keep clowning my ass. But remember they had Smiling Bob and they were selling that, talking about, you know, get your dick hard pills. Remember them infomercials at 3 o'clock in the morning? Remember that shit? That shit does not exist, dog. Those people were ripping people off, and they were getting sued. As a matter of fact, American Greed did an episode on them motherfuckers, man. No damn good well that shit don't work. That's why they don't sell it in the store. And then that Nugenix shit, they ain't nothing but a bunch of herbs and some fucking caffeine. Can you believe that? Look at Red Bull. They say, oh, we give you wings. No, motherfucker, it's got what, 100%, 100 milligrams of caffeine. That's what gave your ass wings, motherfucker. Hey, Timmy Diamonds, are you a minister, man? Are you like Sinister Minister? What would call itself the Sinister Minister? Okay, you digs? Well, just 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 buy the paperback, man. So something might be wrong with the interface on Amazon. Just either buy it directly from me or just buy the paperback. Just buy the paperback. Oh yeah, American Greed. They had that shit on American Greed. So there's no substitute for hard work, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing that will help you in today's society to be competitive. If you're already working out at the athletic club, keep doing it. Kitty Candy, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Those of you who work out, Timmy Diamonds, all y'all, if you work out, Brown Sausage, if you're getting your workout, getting your swerve out on in the gym, keep doing it. Because in 10 years, you'll be feeling way better than these people who just said, fuck it. He said that show had my grill cooking for weeks. Which one? The episode on American Greed when they were talking about people with the last name of Diamonds always got a dick in their mouth. Is that the one you didn't like? Is black folks? Yeah, the opioid prescriptions. Yeah, that's just, they say do no harm. Some people read that wrong. Oh, the African dude. Remember the African dude that was taking all them people money from and he spent it on that Korean chick that couldn't sing. That shit had me rolling, man. What was it? Investing in diamond mines in Africa? That Nigerian dude. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this here. If you see a Nigerian dude on American Greed, chances are it ain't gonna be good. Not gonna be good, pal. But I'm gonna say this here, man. You can be the best you can be as long as you're willing to put in the work. We're starting to freeze. Look like we're having some technical difficulties here. Hit the link, y'all. Hit the link. Get it popping. Dude, like a horse. Let's get these donations up, guys. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. You know, what's wrong with Facebook, man? You know, what's going on here? Hey guys, give me a second here. I don't know what's wrong with this thing, man. This thing and restarting it because I might end up losing the live stream altogether. I'm trying not to do that. Man, what's going on with this thing? Go to AskTheIceman.com and make your $10 donation a day. Otherwise, go to Cash App. Go to Cash App and put my Cash App ID in there, $ the Iceman 1906. Make them shits happen today. I'm the Iceman. This is another episode of the Player Circle podcast, when all the players and players get together to chop up game. I am your host, the Iceman. Holla at your boy.